All right, round two. We just saw some incredible stuff in round one. If you're watching, go back and watch the VOD. Click, comment, and subscribe. Whatever. Round two of the Pioneer Masters Mega Draft. Here I'm watching JM Tron Jordan and Matthias is watching Evan C. Piece of Crab. Two former winners. We can see what's on screen here, but you tell me what's in Evan's hand.
So what I can say, right from the top, Evan's sure lucky to have a Pilgrim's Eye in his deck. Otherwise, this hand would probably be unplayable. But let's see if he can. Oh, and there is the third land. Okay. Well, he sure is lucky. Other cards is a Mage Duel and Omnixious Cruelty, Professor Onyx, and Dragonlord Kolagan. Coming right off his victory last game.
We see for Jordan here, well, he's not going to hit his third land even with that. Consider, that's not great. Void Shatter, Ultimate Price, Priest of the Bloodrite, a Gurmag Angler, Cruel Revival, Tempted by the Ahuric, Reckoner's Bargain, a bunch of stuff we can't cast. Well, a blue here means Void Shatter could be held up, at least. A Gateway Plaza means Ultimate Price can technically be cast on a Pilgrim's Eye.
Okay, no.
Bestow?
Evan is trying to bestow, but will run into the Void Shadow.
He gets exiled. Not that it matters too much, but he's down to 12.
And as mentioned, there is a Kolagan in hand, so that can hurt.
Gurmag doing its job, being a 3-drop.
Yeah, no, doesn't help against Omnixious Cruelty. 5 toughness versus -5/-5.
In exile. He's got no graveyard, no nothing.
Nope.
Tempted by the Auric takes. Not a hexproof creature, but he has three blue now.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's taking the Pilgrim's Eye, but that's very desperate.
It has to be a small thing, yeah. Mana about a 3 or less, so we can't get too greedy with it, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's still tapped, so not that great.
This is his only play, besides holding up Essence Scatter.
New cards in the meantime is the Professor of Zoomancy and an Inkrise Infiltrator.
Oh, sorry, Gateway Plaza taps for anything, so he could technically...
Yeah.
Reckoner's Bargain? Have to be reminded what that does.
Gains you... So, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards, and you gain a life equal to its toughness.
So it's that and Ultimate Price.
Something along those lines. But yeah.
It's that plus Ultimate Price.
Yeah, I mean, he can just tempt fate again and try to resolve a Dragonlord Kolagan and see if that wins him the game. I mean, it should, right? 5/7, yeah. Oh no, if the Reckoner's Bargain gives him 1 extra life.
Well, it's just Essence Scatter though.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Well.
Okay, so can he claw back here? Because Ultimate Price is castable on the bear. He has to decide if he's going to trade off Pilgrim's Eye for Pest. Without a creature, you can't Reckoner's Bargain anything. So, Tamiyo's Epiphany.
I mean, it's good, but I mean, on an empty board, okay.
He's gonna hit his land drop, keeping a swamp at the top. And he bottomed the others. Oh, unfortunate, Network Disruptor is actually playable with a blue source, but he's tapped out of blue.
So, he has the choice between Professor Onyx or playing a creature and casting Mage's Duel. He just opts to attack, okay? Interesting. I mean, off note, Professor Onyx says whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you drain each opponent for 2 life and you gain 2 life.
Yeah.
So, that's quite something with 5 life.
Yeah, it's just a finisher on its own. Cruel Revival brings back a thing?
Brings back a zombie. Yeah. Well,
can tap target Onyx.
I think that game with the priest docking Jordan in the upkeep.
The missed land drop really made a difference there because he was starting to claw back. He even has great life gain in hand.
So basically, Evan just needs to play his 2 spells in hand, and then. Well, now he cannot play both spells without killing the priest. Oh no, it doesn't matter. If he kills both creatures, then.
Priest kills on
Does it
upkeep.
work? Priest triggers on upkeep, yeah.
But he can Reckoner's Bargain the priest to be neutral life?
Yes, but Evan doesn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, Evan could attack with. Could animate his Quagsire and attack with both creatures to get Jordan down to 1.
It's looking pretty hopeless though, in any case, for Evan,
Okay, so
for Jordan.
he's trying to respond to the priest trigger with Dina's ability.
To lose.
Yeah, I mean, if Dina sacrifices the yup.
If Xena and the pest work together for that, like they're designed together.
Well, now he just needs to sacrifice. Why didn't he sacrifice the pest? He would have. Okay.
I think he wasn't thinking of it. All
Yeah,
right.
okay. So let's see what's Evan sideboarding. Okay, so yeah, as seen, it's not based on the toughness of the creature, but
it's based on how much did he gain? CMC.
5 its mana cost.
Wow, that's actually a great card to have with that priest. Exactly.
So Evan was just typing. Never mind. I obviously played around the sacrifice effect in the upkeep.
So yeah, Reckoner's Bargain's pretty nice with the priest because it gains you 5 life and it's a nice thing to sack.
So he brings in. He signed something out. I wasn't quick enough to see that, but
Jordan's taking a card out. Can't tell which.
He's still looking at Jordan's graveyard, and he's thinking about. I mean, he hovered over big play to give a creature +2/+2 a counter and reach until end of turn.
Well, not much going on for Jordan. He's still looking at graveyard.
Evan's contemplating on what to side in.
Yeah, that was a fairly quick match. The missed land drop even after consider made a huge difference there.
Yeah, for sure.
He did get lands afterwards, but like stealing a tapped Pilgrim's Eye is not the ideal play on turn 4 or turn 5 even. He switched one card in and out. I couldn't tell what they were, but it was only one switch, I'm pretty sure. Had a pretty quick game 1 compared to the 2 we saw earlier. We thought it was going to game 3 also in round 1. Still recovering from that.
Also, Jordan already making use of the achievement system and gave himself a title, as seen.
The Brilliant.
Yeah.
Jordan keeping this. It's a Gateway Plaza Island, a network disruptor, which is costs 1 blue. Reckoner's Bargain, which we are already seen. Ultimate Price, which we've already seen. Ob Nixilis Cruelty. And 6 mana 5/5 called the Kochi Shadow Walker, which can ninjutsu for 1 less. What does Evan have?
So he took a mulligan, bottomed a mountain, and now has 2 forests, 1 swamp, and Omnixilus Cruelty, Mage Hunter's Onslaught, and the Boon Satyr.
Boon Satyr. Ooh,
But he's
Essence.
drawing lots of lands.
Essence Scatter. Looking to be quite handy here.
Ah, I see. Using the flash and the auto-passing to not arouse suspicion.
We have Ass Ink. I think it kills Planeswalkers, Assassin's Ink.
It gets cheaper if you have artifact or enchantment by 1 each. And it kills...
I think it can kill Planeswalkers.
It kills just creatures, I think, but I will look it up.
Oh, maybe not. Yeah, flashed in the Boon Satyr got countered, but it's just gonna be a ultimate price or an Obnixilus Cruelty on Evan's next creature. It looks like.
So it's basically just removal on both sides. I mean, Evan just drew safekeeping.
Jordan opting to Felstinger his network disruptor. It looks like to draw 2. Makes sense. Hit your land drop. Also, Dekuchi can bring back the Felstinger potentially, which isn't terrible. Or not. Bile in hand is not castable because it costs black.
So yeah. Oh no! Assassin's Ink kills side creature or planeswalker.
Yeah, I thought so. So Vivian's black would be a great top deck, and he got black. Look, you can Bile Blight into Illusory Angel now. That's the first thing I'm looking at.
Yes, but I think Evan will protect his Grizzly with a Tamir safekeeping.
Okay, on the bright side, Illusory Angel can only be cast for 3 if it's your second spell, so it still works.
Yes.
Did its job.
But Evan has Mage Hunter's Onslaught in hand if he wants to cast that one. Yeah. So
Right.
basically, everyone's throwing every removal they have at each other's creatures.
Jordan's got 4 more. Sanitarium Skeleton. With Reckoner's Bargain, gains you some life, draws you some cards.
Maybe Evan should have just played a Swamp and activated the Grizzly instead of going for the Evolving Wilds.
Jordan might have
Maybe.
realized that Grizzly is all that Evans got going, so he just removed it. He does have 4 removals. No, sorry, Reckoner's Bargain's not removal. He had 3 removals on hand.
So I'm not sure, but if you look at your library, you can see for a split second the card that would have been on top.
Yeah.
And if he activated the Grizzly, I think he gets Planeswalkers or creatures.
Yeah, I think so.
Khan was on top.
Oh, Karn. Dekuchi. Oh, I said it was 5 mana. This is 4 mana when you did to it. Which means Sanitarium Skeleton is playable after.
Yeah. Oh no, Grizzly is forced to activate, so never mind. He only had 3 mana. Well.
How about Illusory Angel synergy with Sanitarium Skeleton?
Yeah, that's value.
Looks like we're gonna get to game number 3 fairly quickly, unless Evan can get something nice.
Well, this will put a foil to the Illusionary Angel. But the 5/5 will still come a knocking. Well, yeah.
He was waiting for that. Alright, quick 2 games. We're 15 minutes
Yeah,
in. 14.
even though the feature matches, very unlikely.
Well, this one will just go 1 hour, that's all.
Okay, so it seems that we already got the results of 2 other matches.
Really?
Chris G beat Thomas 2-0 and Richard beat Ryan 2-0, which means Richard will be one of our finalists.
This is 2 out of 2 that
Whoever wins here has to face off against also of Richard.
This is twice out of 2 times that I cast Richard's Mega Draft, and he missed in the finals. He was against Evan last time. It could happen again.
Yeah. And maybe this time Richard can pay back the favor in kind.
It's a pretty nice opener for Jordan. It's looking like Consider with 2 lands, so it's a pretty nice thing to do.
What I heard.
Yeah, I think Richard versus Evan would be OTJ Finals rematch.
Yeah, but Evan had to mulligan since he had only 2 lands and nothing he could cast. And now he has just Cruelty and the Punch without any creatures.
The bright side is for him that Jordan has only reactive things and like Tempted by the Aura, Counterspell, Consider. He has no creatures to play, none.
Yeah, but still he's built around that stuff, so he has lots of card advantage engines and card selection tools.
He's just not going to get beat down for stumbling is all at this point. He's not going to get beat down quickly, I should say.
Now we're just missing 1 planes. Then we've got all 5 colored basic on turn 5.
Well, Jordan got a creature, Illusory Angel. And look at this synergy. Discarding to hand size to make Gurmag Angler cheaper.
Yeah, that's for sure his plan. Well, what we don't know, John's just such a nice guy. He wanted to make up for Evan's mulligan.
Possessed Scab has a target in the graveyard now, so that's also a thing. But not if Gurmag Angler makes it go away.
Ultimate price. Oh no. I mean, Evan has Honored Hydra in hand, but I think he will wait 1 more turn to deploy it to cast Tamir Safekeeping on it as well. Okay. Well, he's currently debating if he should cast the Troll or the Cruelty.
Cruelty would leave Jordan with nothing to do.
Jordan once again stuck on 3 lands, it seems.
Yeah, he has a
We've been
gust.
in this situation before.
Yeah, he does have Gust of Wind, which are drawn out of the card, but he of course can't play it. It costs 4 at the moment. The Possessed Scab has a 0 ETB effect, especially if this Gurmag Angler gets exiled.
Yeah, I mean, the Possessed Scab does cost 5 mana. He has to get there.
Yeah. I'm just seeing his future turns. He's got 3/5 drops, an Illusory Angel, which is not castable, a Counterspell, not castable, Gust of Wind, 1 land away from being castable.
I mean, if he gets Resolve the Angel some way, the Gust of Wind gets also cheaper.
Yep. Alright, control game.
Yeah. Thing is, he had to tap out 2 black mana to resolve the troll, so he cannot regenerate it, and needs the safekeeping. Okay.
This is the only play that.
Okay. I mean, it denies drawn a card.
Yeah, so a top deck any untapped land would be Priest of the Beliterate is playable, and there it is actually.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter too much since Evan has a Savage Punch in hand, which just kills the demon and makes the Hydra too big to be blocked, or at least profitably blocked. And since it has Trample, it just deals lots of damage.
He might trade it off because he has Possessed Scab and Cruel Revival. Might.
I mean, yeah, I would trade it off anyway since it just domes me for 2 in the upkeep.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly what instants are in graveyard for Possessed Scab to get.
So he probably should block the troll to force the regenerate to reduce the mana. So because now Evan can't play anything. He has a Karn and a Tower Archer in hand. Neither of those can be cast with Teemo mana. At least 1 of each.
So cruel revivaling the priest means a double block can happen again, the one that didn't happen last turn.
Cruel Revival can only get back zombies to your hand.
Zombies to your hand? That's all it does?
Yes.
Well then.
It kills a creature, a non-zombie creature, and returns a zombie from a graveyard to your hand.
Yeah, well, never mind that. He's got he top decked an unwilling ingredient, which is like the frog thing that has an activated ability in the graveyard. Possessed Scab gets either of the cards back from graveyard. But ingredient actually enables illusory angel to be cast as another play.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a treasure cruise for Evan.
Well, he is holding up counter spell, and it looks like only
Any
that.
removed spells for John?
Cruel revival. So I didn't know what that card was. Now it makes perfect sense what he did. Removal. And I've been getting message too. So this makes perfect sense. I thought it was
Also,
like a reanimation.
This just in. Sawyer beats the other Evan 2-0, taking revenge on Evan C's namesake.
So this is the last game at 20 minutes into
Yeah.
the recording. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned that the feature matches take the longest,
Mm-hmm.
even though we're going pretty fast.
So Cruel Revival,
I mean-
I thought it was reanimation. It's called Cruel Revival. Oh, come on.
Yeah. I mean, it would be probably rare if it put something on the battlefield as well, with Zombify being 4 mana already.
No, I thought it was just the reanimation. In either case,
He's currently thinking about if he should embalm the Hydra, but if he does that, he cannot play the Archer because he has only 2 green mana. He could play Karn and the Archer or Treasure Cruise for 4 and the Archer.
One thing you can consider is I don't know if he knows Jordan's counter magic situation, but counter spell can't counter embalm, right? It's just an activated ability.
That's true. There's no stifle effect in this format.
With 2 Lotless Troll and this thing in the graveyard both trample, and he's at 8, so getting dicey.
That's interesting. He discards his Archer to make the Treasure Cruise cheaper.
So
which is interesting.
So he missed the damage. Is that why he said oops?
Yeah, because he just did it now, so he can always cast Karen afterwards. But he just decides to embalm the Hydra anyway.
It's kind of a shame because Possessed Gav can get stuff from the graveyard, but the ultimate price is exiled because of Gurmag Angler.
The upside is that this way he can still leave up the regeneration ability on Troll, even though he tapped out for the Hydra. Okay, and I think this is probably game. Yeah. He just attacks with both, puts the Boon Satyr on either one, and discards the Reaver. That should be 7, 8 plus 4, plus 6 is 14, minus 3. Yeah, that's the lethal.
Trample works.
So yeah, as you mentioned before, we'll see a rematch of Richard versus Evan.
There it is. So we'll see you in the finals.